Hey, and welcome back to the channel. It's good to be back. My last video was kind of like a little gloomy. I was trying to keep it a little more upbeat and everything, and I tried to write a script that like try to spin a lot of the negativity out there in the fandom more so into a positive light, but it still just kind of felt like I went back and listened to it and I was just kind of like, oof, man, I don't want to do a video like that again. So so yeah, I'll try to make sure I come out with a lot of good pep and energy for this video. But hey, moving on, the spoilers, the draft pages for Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter 91 just released the other day, and as usual, I'm excited. I'm ready to see the next chapter. It sucks, it really sucks that we have to wait over a month. Well, it's not over a month, but it feels like forever for a new chapter every time. Like all the perceived letdowns that there are with the Dragon Ball Super manga, I swear they wouldn't be as big of a deal if we were getting these in weekly or just bi-weekly chapters. Like it really would be so much better, like at least 15 to 25% better. But it's all good because again, I'm just excited, just like all of the rest of you, to see what we're getting in the next chapter in the coming, I believe, 5 days. So basically we see that we get like, for the most part, a one-to-one adaptation of the Dragon Ball superhero movie. We've got Piccolo picking up Pan from school, and we got I forgot their name. I was like, I want to say it's Chemical, and like I literally just watched the superhero movie and I already forgot these dudes' names. I had to double check that. But yeah, the Red Ribbon Army is already conspiring to get their plans together on how they're gonna get Dr. Hito to work for them and create basically a new batch of androids to help the Red Ribbon Armies complete their world conquest. And just like in the movie, they're saying like, oh well, we have to wait 3 months because he's serving out his sentence for what we saw in the prequel arc with Goten, Trunks, Mai, Krillin, and that whole zombie fiasco. Which honestly, I think people will look back on in like, maybe another year or so, and they're gonna be like, oh wow, those chapters were like really, I didn't appreciate those when they came out, but they touched me in a way that just only Dragon Ball can. It's like slice of life moments, like those quote unquote filler episodes, you don't appreciate them until like later down the line. That's usually how it goes, unless they just get into some super deep character development. But anyways, I really want to focus in on this whole the 3-month time skip in the superhero movie, because I hope this is where they diverge. I hope this is where the manga looks to start carving out its own unique story, because if they do skip the 3 months, then it's like, okay, yeah, we're just doing this one-to-one adaptation, just doing, which it wouldn't make sense if they don't make some changes, if they don't flesh more things out, because otherwise it's like, well, yeah, why don't you just do what everyone's saying they do like a 1-page little summary like how they did for Broly, right? It wouldn't make sense to just do a copy for copy. So they have to be doing something different, right? And I would say the great place to start again is with the 3-month time skip, because that 3 months gives us so much more time to invest in these supporting characters. Goku and Vegeta have the fan bases that they get because they get so much time in the spotlight. If you're gonna put the focus on these characters, these supporting characters, let them actually get some of that real for real focus. You have the benefit of having this relationship between Pan and Piccolo, to where Pan's just all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and just she's excited for this new world she's becoming a part of slowly. And Piccolo can be like kind of just this exposition, like machine for you, to where now you can get actually more lore. Like you can engineer some kind of conversation between Pan and Piccolo, to where Pan's like talking to Piccolo and trying to learn about the Namekians and what he is, where he comes from, and maybe Piccolo expands on the whole other dimension story and what the Namekians' purpose is, and where they come from, and that actually might fill in the blanks more for the Orange Piccolo form. We actually might get something to really support that, and it's like, oh, so that's why he transforms the way he transforms, and why it creates the kind of powers that they have and all that good stuff. You get, when you take the time to actually not just blast past that 3 months, opportunities like that come up. We also could get to see a lot more of Goku and Vegeta. Like they actually can more so organically re-enter the story. Because like I said, I just watched the superhero movie, and it really wasn't like it kind of felt like they really just kind of shoved that scene in there with Beerus, Broly, Chilai Limo, like Goku, Vegeta, all that stuff. It really kind of just felt like they shoved that in there. It really just didn't have anything to do with the movie. It was there just so Goku and Vegeta could be there. To me, that's what it felt like. I'm sure some people, enjoyed it. There's always going to be different strokes for different folks. But for me, it really felt unnecessary. And this way, with now you have the 3-month time skip, which in the superhero movie, it's confirmed that Vegeta was just at Capsule Corp like 3 weeks before the events of the movie. So he's supposed to be there. Goku would be there as well. So it all makes sense for them to be there. They can catch up a little bit on, what's going on with the heroes, what Goten and Trunks were up to, and, maybe just, get them a part of the story. Maybe they can reference Frieza, just to let so the creators can let us know that they haven't completely forgot about him or something like that, or just more so explain where they're gonna be off to and why they won't be there to help or for whatever reason. Which again is super okay, because if this arc is really just about the other characters, the 3 months gives you so much time to really just build up, you could build up Krillin's investigation. You can make it seem more like you can, I would definitely, if I was to do a pitch for just a rewrite of the entire movie, I would definitely make Krillin a more intricate part of the whole Piccolo's investigation on the Red Ribbon Army, because clearly they've already shown that they're already, investigating Red Ribbon Army, and they know that their pharmaceutical company is just a front, they're hip to all their bullshit, so it's like it would be good if you had Krillin not just kind of show up because Bulma brought him there, but he's actually there as well as Piccolo, kind of oh, they were both investigating the spot and then they just happened to run into each other because maybe they were trying to take each other out while they were sneaking around, and it's whoa, this guy can fight, and it's oh shit, it's you, Krillin, hey, what's going on? And then it's they team up, and then it becomes more of a joint effort and all that good stuff. You get to make this story so much more richer by not skipping these 3 months, and I super hope they do so. They've already kind of glazed over some things that happened with Goten and Trunks, and we didn't even really get to see how they got found out. I mean, of course it was a ticking time bomb of their identities being found out. All the students were kind of every time these heroes show up, Goten and Trunks are here, it was kind of leading that way, but we don't know for sure what happened, what led to Chi-Chi and Bulma finding out and why they got in trouble and all that stuff. And unfortunately, the Victory Uchiha, Victory Uchiha, if I'm even saying that right, I don't know. The dude with the hat, the yellow hat, he was saying how Goten and Trunks aren't really going to be a part of the story anymore, or really they're not, the spotlight's not on them, they're not the quote-unquote focus, and I hope that's not the case either, because you would definitely want to have that, those characters that have been here the whole time, there's that, that protagonist you can just kind of follow through all of the stuff, I'm not saying I don't want to follow Piccolo and Pan, that's cool, but it's well, you didn't have them involved in the previous 3 chapters at all, so it's kind of well, we've been rocking with Goten and Trunks. So for them to just completely step away, the continuity of the story feels disrupted. So it would be nice if they're still in the mix, and if they somehow come into a play to where it's oh, the Red Ribbon Army's got superheroes now or something like that, and they're hyped just to meet them, and maybe they're naive about it, they want to team up with them and have a really big superhero team and stuff, like the Avengers, of course, or Clean God and their whole guys. And that's a whole nother thing, right? The Clean God team, right? We don't even really know what they're really about, and they're kind of the inspiration slick for this entire movie. They inspired Trunks and Goten to do what they do. They inspired Dr. Hito to do what he does. It's and yet we know nothing about these characters. So summing this all up, I really hope Toyotaro and Toriyama, they take their time. They really make these characters pop, make us feel their motivations, and I know that's asking a lot from Dragon Ball, but still I think it would make for a great manga, and fuck it, I'm gonna read Dragon Ball all the same. So those are just some of my thoughts, some of my hopes, some of my dreams for the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 91 and beyond. But what do you think? What do you think of the new spoilers? What do you think of Goten and Trunks possibly not even really being involved until the big conclusion of the, the climax of the battle with Cell Max? Tell me everything. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Definitely drop a like if you made it to this far in the video. New videos are coming out kind of weekly right now. Like, I would like to do more, but I'm just kind of trying to focus on another project I got going on right now. And, that's probably gonna, like, I've got a couple, other side hustles, so to speak, or just, other business, things so that I gotta focus on, and those are taking majority of my time. But I do definitely want to, like, really just go all in on Dragon Ball content at some point this year. So it won't be weekly forever, but it's got to be like that way for now. So definitely appreciate all your support, all your viewership, all, like I said, the likes and comments and, all that good stuff. Appreciate you geeking out here on Dragon Ball with me, and hey, I'll see you on the next one.